Oh, well, hello. Good morning. It's me, Lou Fernandez, the host and your host of Alternate Side Talking, here live on Facebook, on the Alternate Side Talking Facebook page. That's how this works. I'm here once again, suffering through my city-demanded alternate side parking routine. I am sadly Sans guest, but he's on his way. I've been following his progress as he gets on his. He's riding here from all the way from Williamsburg via bicycle. His name, well, we'll reveal it if and when he shows. But until then, it's just you and me. I started a little later than I wanted to this morning, just because I super exhausted, and I was waiting for my friend. I didn't want to start, but now it's been 10 minutes. I didn't want to make you think I wasn't doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it, people. So yes, here we are once again in my delightful Subaru on Pineapple Street here in Brooklyn Heights. As always, this is alternate side parking, which is a city-mandated thing where everyone moves their car to one side of the street so that the other side can, in theory, be cleaned. I should really do research into when this began. But, for the time being, that will remain a mystery. You can look it up on your own, but if you want to hear it from me, I don't know the answer. Why and when they started doing it. Why? It's because the streets get dirty and people don't move their cars if they don't have to. Because, in New York, a parking spot is a luxury. Especially when, parking your car in a car lot is an absurd amount of money. What are you going to do? Not pay it and park on the street. But people say, does your car get damaged? My bumper looks like shit. But that's because it's getting lightly jostled now and then. It's not the worst. We did have to replace the front driver's side panel because someone backed into it. Good morning, Kathy. How are you? It's lovely to see you this morning. I'm hanging out in my car. Thanks for tuning in. We're waiting for my friend. I don't want to say his name. He's going to be here. He's a little late. He's riding a bicycle all the way from Williamsburg, which is not that far away, but it's indirect. Let's just say that's fair. It's a fair thing to say. But indeed, it's lovely outside, except for the temperature. It's dropped down to back almost 50 degrees. I mean, what's going on with this planet? Nothing, according to the EPA. Now that they've gutted it, let's not get political. I want to keep it light. Keep it light on this lovely morning. Oh my goodness. So, what's in? No, I don't want to get into I haven't even had a chance to listen to the news. I was up at 3:30 this morning. I woke up and was just like, I can't fall back asleep. Did that thing where you fall back asleep for a minute, think it's a lot later, and then you're like, no, it's only been a minute. For about 15 minutes before I was like, screw it, I'm up. Got up. I should have looked at the news. Then we'd have things to talk about. Just your general fare. This, that, and the other thing. Oh my God. Oh, it's my friend. My friend is here. He's here. Oh, I thought I was going to have to be here all by myself forever. In a weird, no, get in this side. You sit in the back seat. Oh, hold on. Good morning, guy.
Good morning, Lou. I'm so sorry. The 6-year-old wouldn't get dressed. Blah blah blah.
Yes. This is the issues of the modern father.
It's true. I have to actually, deal with this kind of crap.
Did your father used to do like, guy, make sure you eat your salami for breakfast or whatever it was? Hardtack. What did you guys eat? A lot of Civil War issues.
Water crackers.
Water crackers.
Yeah.
Stuff that he had stolen from a Chinese restaurant. Like those
Exactly.
Little,
exactly.
Dip in the orange sauce.
Yes.
Or you can move the seat back if you like. If it's cramped for you.
It's a little. I have long legs. So.
I know. Well, that's why I'm being considerate.
Oh, hey. This is automatic. This is just happening.
That's right. I didn't do that. You did that.
Man,
How was your ride over?
it was lovely. It was I got trapped behind a cop car that wouldn't, so I had to stop at a lot of stop signs.
Oh, you were afraid of getting a ticket.
Yes.
Similar to why I moved my car.
It's funny.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's the popo. One must worry about.
The popo.
But yeah, no, it was a lovely ride. It's a beautiful morning.
It is. It's a little brisk.
But that's, that third block, you're appreciating the briskness.
I guess as you warm up.
Yeah.
Exercise and whatnot, the heart rate.
The heart and the blood is going through the fingers,
Sure,
so
the
they
perspiration.
know I can feel them.
Yeah. You get all that wicking. You're not really wearing like a wicking material. You're wearing sort of just non-athletic clothes. You're wearing regular clothes.
Yeah.
Street clothes.
Yeah.
Something you not be ashamed to be wearing in the street. I woke up at 3:30 in the morning clothes.
Right.
It's shameful. Don't look at my clothes.
It's
It's a good thing you can only see my face.
you smell like
That's not
processing
getting into
alcohol.
that. Oh yes, no. That's
It's still. Are you on a third day hangover?
Well, I did get wasted on Saturday,
Yeah.
but that's you can smell it. Your senses have grown quite strong.
Yes. Oh.
I bought us coffees because I've been given
Oh my God! Thank you
grief
so much.
about not providing.
Would you like me to open that?
Yeah,
for
would you? But,
So no, I don't.
fell
I
from
don't
my
wear
buttons.
wicking clothes. I feel very strongly that, biking clothes should be worn only for what they were intended for.
Like looking cool in the 80s.
Or enticing men for sex.
Oh, there you go. That's a reasonable thing.
Yeah, in a club in the 80s. You had that right.
Yeah. Well, it was either that or body glove for the surfing wear.
Exactly.
To do a little 80s and 90s.
Exactly.
What was the name of that band?
Cheers.
Living Color.
In Living Color. No, Living Color. You're
Yeah,
correct.
yes, the African American semi-metal
That was
band.
just, it came up. A friend of mine was like, "Oh yeah, I saw them in Rhode Island or something like that."
Actually saw them in concert on purpose.
Concert. Yeah, on purpose.
That seems
I saw
odd.
them at Maxwell's.
You saw them.
Yeah, as well, they were playing as part of the. Remember the what was it? Black musicians.
No,
There was
not at all. Nothing.
There was a co-op, not a co-op. It wasn't a cooperative.
A club?
It was a group of
Black musicians
and they would play together.
hang.
Sort of, I guess. Yeah.
I guess. Coalition.
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was called the Black.
Some sort of
Black Rock
We're-
Coalition. It
we're
was
in
called
the-
the Black Rock Coalition.
the BRC.
Yeah.
I don't recall this. Was 24/7 Spies in that group?
Yes, I believe they were, and of
Oh,
course,
man.
someone from the Roots.
Oh, well, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So
Ubiquitous
it wasn't
Roots.
just about. I don't know where was In Living Color from?
It's had a California vibe, right?
Right. Well, because of the whole surfing thing.
Yeah, and it had but it also had kind of a manager put them together vibe.
Oh, interesting. You look like a boy band.
Not a boy band so much as like this guy does this good. You need this.
Right,
this
right,
I saw
right.
this
I
guy
see what you're
leads.
saying.
He's a great singer. He's got charisma. You should, but it never seemed.
Producer-driven group
Yeah.
more than like a grassroots phenomenon.
Right. Which that not to poo-poo that because after all, Led Zeppelin was one of those.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't.
Interesting.
Led
fact.
Zeppelin is one of those bands that
Jimmy Page.
a lot
needed
of people
band.
really liked growing up,
Mm-hmm.
but I associate that band with people I didn't like
Yeah.
growing up,
Mm-hmm.
and that I
Took me
find
a
that
while.
people who, in that age, I'll appreciate that you discovered them on your own in your own time.
Well, no, there was that. Remember, there was that reintroduction in the late '80s via the Cult.
No,
Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
No, there was like the
remember
whole where they tried to do an album basically that sounded like Led Zeppelin.
Oh, is that where the rain came from?
No, that was prior to, and you can actually it's Love Removal Machine.
Oh,
remember?
Yes, of course I do.
Yeah,
Love
Sonic Temple
Removal
was
Machine.
yeah. And that album, there's a version of that album that's recorded exactly the way Love is.
Okay, that's a Led Zeppelin album.
No, that's the Cult album.
Oh,
that's the psychedelic Cult album.
Okay.
And then Rick Rubin came in and was like, fuck this, scrap it, let's re-record it. And he put in his big rock sound.
No clue. Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, so Led Zeppelin, like I said, Led Zeppelin always reeked of like, when we were growing up, it was like kids listening to music their older brothers listened to.
Right.
rather than being like,
Zappa!
this is what's happening now. They'd be like, this is what was happening last decade.
Yeah.
My brother loved it, and he thought it was awesome, so I like it too.
I listened to Zappa because of that.
I didn't have an older brother, so I was just like,
What
I like the
happened to him?
Beatles. Zappa?
No, your
He died.
older brother.
Oh, well, he
I met him once.
he doesn't exist. You mean Luisito?
Luisito, yes.
Luisito
Yes, he was
Castillo.
certainly a bad.
A bad influence. On you only. On me, it was more just like, this guy's problem. Why is he always here, and why is he
He
always
was kind
telling
of
me
like the
horrible
Goofus
stories?
and Goofus and Gallant, you know, where you're like, I'm not going to do what he's doing. This has not brought him happiness.
No. It's brought him a lot of orgasms, though. They just, you know.
This is terrible coffee.
Absolutely, absolutely. This Korean, I'm sorry, I know your issue with them, but
No, it's not at all. I've no.
the Plymouth Cafe.
Is this the thing where you invite friends in and
That's
then
right.
accuse them of being racist?
I challenged them to, really examine their lives. It's like,
Oh,
I'm trying to get
man.
a show on Vice where I challenge my friends on their racist views in life. So,
Well, you spent 7 years in a
Annyeonghaseyo.
jail in North Korea.
Well, that's because I just wanted a piece of that statue. And, apparently they don't think that's great. Also, they really care about their antiquities. So stupid. Anyway.
They weren't using them.
Yeah, I mean, it's old.
Very old.
What are you going to do? Plus, who knows, who knows what's true there. It could not be old.
There's a lot of fake news.
Oh, fake news in the
Korean.
news.
Yeah.
They do a lot of fake news. I love all their photoshops.
Can I open a window?
Yeah, please do. It's
Crack it a little.
yeah, once you get two guys in here, it gets a little funky.
Yeah. It's like a gym.
Yeah.
Gym locker room in here.
Right, except there's no old man with balls out for no reason. Yes, no, but this coffee, it is not good. It comes from the Plymouth Cafe. They are not a sponsor of the show, so I should talk to
So
coffee.
you paid for it.
I did pay for it. If
Thank you.
if I couldn't pay for it, if I could just walk in and be like, "Give me that fucking coffee," I
It's
would.
A breeze.
But I'm not. I've let that strong arm side of me go. Surely you remember the youthful Lou, who was always I was boosting shit all the time, and I was just
that
like,
5-finger discount.
Yep. I was like, what do you want? You guys want Kit Kats?
I got them.
I got them.
$5.
I wore that jacket, that jean jacket that had the inside pocket.
Yes.
The thieving
No one
pocket.
expects a jean jacket to have an inside pocket.
No,
This
it
one
should-
doesn't.
It doesn't.
No, there's no inside pocket.
You know what? My jean jacket did have an inside pocket, and I didn't sew it in myself. It came that way. The thieving pocket.
The thieving pocket.
That's right.
The desperado.
The problem was that I always was like, who wants ladies' lingerie? Because I would always be going into like, Victoria's Secret.
But you know what? That you'd think that stuff
Town
would be easy to
Spa.
steal, but it always comes in that flat cardboard packaging that's really hard to get into a pocket.
Yeah, and it crinkles.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's why they call me the panty man.
But it is easy.
'Cause I would
What
steal
I would
all
do
the
is
panties.
you just press it
Out of
against
the
your
store.
side with
Yes.
your arm.
Yes.
So you wouldn't actually have to put it in the pocket.
Right.
And then you'd
I saved the
walk out
pocket
that
for
way.
other things, scrunchies and things like that.
Yeah.
I stole a lot of ladies' clothing.
Scrunchies. Oh man.
Yeah, that's how I make all my money. Back when scrunchies were a fad. Now I steal fidget spinners, which is one of the biggest ridiculous.
Oh man, but I find them enjoyable.
Do your kids have fidget
Yes.
spinners? Of course. I bought mine.
3 of them.
They have names?
No,
Good, because they don't deserve names, because they're garbage.
but they're cool.
I guess, if you like ball bearings.
Yeah, but I mean, sure.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't like ball
They
bearings?
spin forever. You'll hold them and
I got one that glows in the dark.
and have different lights.
Oh, I don't have light ones.
Yeah,
oh, I'm having,
like you get
I'm having
light patterns.
Fidget shame.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of can't wait until it's over.
So that they're just in a
I've got a
drawer.
lot of money in Tamagotchi rebirth.
They're not-
So I'm hoping that Tamagotchis
Right.
come back.
They're not expensive, thankfully.
No, that's true. That's true. Because
I
they're
bought one on the
garbage.
train for $4. $4
On the train.
On the train.
That is remarkable.
Yeah.
New York.
You can
You get anything.
I was coming down from the Bronx. was on the train in the Bronx.
That's where, yeah. That seems like where that kind of thing would happen.
And you know what I did? It was one of my only experiences of successfully bartering down.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. She wanted $5. And I said, oh, no, thank you, because I knew you could get them for $4 in like 99-cent stores. And she's like, for you, $4.
Wow.
And I was like,
for you?
Deal. For me.
Are you guys friends now? This person and you?
Yeah, we friended on Facebook, which I don't use it that much anymore.
Oh, okay. What's your main social thing these days?
Friend Finder.
Friend Finder, yes, the app where you find your friends. I've never used that app, except I used it to track you coming today.
You could see me?
I could see where you were.
Yeah, I was speeding.
Oh, snap. Well, I mean, you had to make up all the time that you lost being behind that damn slow cop.
Yeah. It's also this little part.
Yes, it's indirect. It's a lot of a lot of 90-degree turns.
Mm-hmm.
Brooklyn Heights was built back in the times when the grid system of city streets was just being put to use.
Yes.
But
so historical, this neighborhood.
Oh my gosh, it's soaking in history.
The shorefoot of Hamilton trod these streets.
You say so.
I don't know.
I just know, that guy who was like anti-slavery, the Plymouth Church guy over here. Hicks? No.
No, it wasn't Hicks. It was. I'm embarrassed because I.
Yeah, I should have known because I've seen this guy's statue all over the place. There's a great statue of him with some slaves at his feet.
Really?
By the courthouse. Yeah,
Oh,
it's just like
him?
it's a guy like this, like with his like holding his lapel.
Yeah.
And there's like some slaves like admiring him with like some wheat.
You're the best.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Oh man, it's so good to have the basic
here.
Elements of freedom.
Yeah. I'm sure it's gonna kick in right away.
Yeah. And now we're equals.
Yep. And go.
Yeah. Okay, everybody.
Own property.
No? Yeah. So that name will come to me. It's fucking me up.
Yeah.
He's funny because he was like rabidly anti-Catholic. So he was
Who
like,
could blame him?
it was like you had to hate somebody.
Sure. Well, I
And
mean,
he
what's
hated
the
the
purpose
Irish.
of living if you? Well, I mean, those the same thing basically, right? For the most part.
Don't get me started.
The whore of Rome, always with this guy. Although a lot of the Irish have become sort of atheistic after the scandals there.
Have they, or?
That was my understanding. There's still predominantly. Let's have a call in from Ireland if we got someone on the line.
Yeah.
Calling in.
Yeah.
No?
What's it like over there?
Yeah. What can you get for $5?
$5 in Dublin.
$5. I have a friend.
Not much.
Yeah, probably not.
No.
But when's the last time you were in Dublin?
2011.
Wow, that's more recent than me. I think mine was I don't know, like 4th grade.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we went on a tour of Europe when I was a child so that I could get some culture.
That's before Dublin was Europe.
Was that right?
Yeah.
What was it then? Just a little island off the coast off the coast of Europe.
Yeah. But Dublin's a lovely town. I was there for a big art show, and it was sadly in 2011 you could really like it had crashed mightily.
Right.
And so there were all these like empty restaurants and
interesting.
pubs that had been redone recently, but no one was in. It was
Right.
quite sad.
But now it's bounced back, or you would assume
I think as I understand it, it's doing pretty well.
Well,
now they're really going to be in Europe when they leave.
Wait, Ireland's going to leave the EU?
No.
Oh.
They're going to like Northern Ireland's going to.
Oh, is Ireland being united?
My international understanding.
Oh, okay.
This is no. I understand that they Northern Ireland does not want to be part of Brexit.
Oh.
So this might actually be a unifying force in Irish history.
My goodness.
Mm-hmm.
My mom. I wish my mom would call and let us know. Is that true? Bye, Ace. Ace is going to school.
Amazing.
Isn't that crazy?
Off on his own.
He's actually on his way to buy probably buy lunch, and then he takes an Uber to school because we are rich. No, we split it with like 4 other families, so it's not that expensive. But yeah, otherwise it would be like a insanely long train ride for him to go to school.
Where's his school?
He's going out to school in, well, somewhere out in Bay Ridge.
Oh.
So, you know, it's a place where they trade the education for experiments on him.
I was going to say, yeah, that's called San Francisco.
Oh.
Yikes.
Yeah. Have you been there recently?
A couple years ago.
I was there
I love San
last
Francisco.
year. I stayed in the Tenderloin.
Oh, yeah?
It was
is it still seedy?
horrific.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you could tell it's about 5 years away from being cleaned up in a major way. Like, there's a lot of storefronts under construction, a lot of stuff, but it still has an amazing stench of human waste.
Yeah.
And when it was sunny out, it was just like, stepping over bodies. Oh, hey, everybody, pardon me. Like, nope, no, thank you. Oh, you're smoking crack. Let me cross the street.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're shooting up. Let me join in. It was a real bummer. And every day they're just like, the hotel I was in was like hosing poop off the street.
Don't you miss that about New York?
I sure do. I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen a bag lady drop a deuce between 2 cars.
Yes.
You know, over by the old Columbus.
Oh, man. Better times.
Yeah. Oh, the city was so much better back then.
Yeah.
You can buy
buy
a butterfly knife anywhere.
These kids don't know.
Ugh.
Throwing stars? I always had a throwing star in my back pocket.
I
could kill anybody at any moment.
Never know. Get Jamaican crack gangs warring over their upper West Side turf
with nunchucks.
Sure, yeah.
Tong wars.
Sure, Chinatown Tong wars. Yeah, all those guys coming out from the sewers with their butcher knives and stuff. You know, they work 1 minute they're working on dumplings. Mm-hmm. They start ringing bells. They come upstairs. They start chopping people up, and then they disappear into the shadows like nothing ever happened. That's China. That was how Chinatown was. Now. Oh, you got a Starbucks. You got a, whatever.
Tequila bars.
Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
Gucci, Prada.
No, it's no fun.
It's not fun anymore. It's a big mall.
Remember the Upper West Side Raiders?
Oh, sure. Remember, like the flare would go up and you'd have to like hide.
Oh man.
They'd come through wearing their like
bramble bushes.
They would wear those like football pads with the spikes on them.
Yeah.
They come
they're 2 lines of black.
I know.
Remember that?
That was terrifying.
Yikes.
And they would come right across on their dirt bikes.
Dirt bikes with and over their shoulders they'd have like that wooden bat with a nail through
That's right. Sometimes they would have like a shield and they'd actually joust
yes.
on their motorcycles.
Yes. And throwing stars and nunchucks.
Oh my God. It was like remember they used to say like, it's gonna hail throwing stars today because there's so many people with throwing stars just constantly being.
We were like, hey, how was that rumble last night? Thick. Oh, the air was thick with throwing stars.
Yep, it was. And you just would have them in you, just sticking out of you.
But luckily, it
looked like a stegosaurus.
Yeah, it hurt, but it was in a day or two you were fine.
You just put some dirt on it, heal right up.
Dirt.
This is how it goes. Yeah. No, did you ever? I posted this video like I don't know, 1 million years ago by now in Facebook terms. Someone posted a video of like 42nd Street in like 1989 or 1990 when the city was still like super fucked. I mean, 42nd Street is mallified in like the variety of stores and the traffic that's there, but it's still like full of stumble bumps and it's just you're less likely to be stabbed there now. You're more likely to have someone draw a bad caricature of you than stab you. But,
or I mean, like, and the threat of Elmos.
Yes, that have been replaced. Yeah, the threat of like
painted ladies
being mugged by just like a gang of degenerate youths has been replaced by being harassed for $5 for a photo with a like filthy, shitty person dressed in a shitty costume, and being like taking taking a picture in New York is not enough. You need to take your picture with this like horrible, obviously terrible, unlicensed.
Oh my God! I can't believe that guy just hit you.
Yeah, well, New York is still dangerous.
I just walked by.
Yeah, he was just like, did you hear him? He was like, fuck you. It's very New York. But yes,
good times.
Unlicensed.
Yes.
Disney or Marvel properties.
No, I was recently
Just
spent a lot of time, like a week in Times Square for Spring Break Art Show.
Yes.
And,
that's the one where Michael Stipe liked your work.
Yeah.
I can do it that way too.
That's cool. Yeah.
That's more of the comedians getting coffee look.
And we have coffee.
It's true. So you spent time there, you said.
Yeah, and yeah, it's like Walgreens and just people who were staring, like looking at their phones and trying to figure out where they are. And
Right. It's very true, and it's amazing that they've added all that that walking space that didn't used to be there.
Yeah.
And it's still, you end up being shunted into the street because there's so many people, and it's like, it was so much better when you used to see like people being forced into prostitution.
Oh my God, I remember people like, you'd see in their eyes like, oh my God, this is how it's going to be, isn't it? Like, this is the rest of my life.
Did I ever tell you, I was with Eli, and Eli was like, let's walk down to the Limelight. He was hoping to run into his girlfriend.
Which, in those days, that seemed like a completely
There's
reasonable...
no cell phones, or maybe pagers,
maybe
but whatever.
I'll run into her.
So we walked down there, and we got around 42nd Street, and there was like these like 3 Hispanic youths, gay youths, and they were like, come on. They were cajoling one of them to be like, come on, just go with him. And the guy was like, I don't want to go with him. I don't want to go with him. And they were like, come on, it's a lot of money. And like there was a dude there waiting, like watching, like, you know, probably salivating at the misery that he was like witnessing. He'd be like, oh, boy.
Oh,
Do a number on the, he's like, I don't want to go with him. You know,
oh, the hesitation.
Yeah.
Oh, the hesitation.
Yeah. I'm done. Yeah, it was just like awful. Like, but, and the funny thing was, so I witnessed this whole thing as we were walking, and then I was like, Eli, did you see that? And he was like, what? No. he had totally missed it, you know? It's like there's a million, you know, any way you look. I don't know what he was looking at, but he was probably in his own mind because he's a very creative and strange person.
Yeah, he was on the spectrum a little bit.
Yes, I'm going to go on the record as saying that my friend who I hung out with certainly is on some sort of this is pre a lot of those diagnoses. Yes. So
yes,
yeah, I think that's fair. People don't mind when you say that kind of thing about them these days. They accept it.
I wish I was.
Yeah,
I don't have that kind of focus.
It makes you special.
It does.
Yeah,
and I don't have that focus, and I admire that focus.
Well, if you work on your rocking.
I'm going to do this for the rest of the show.
Yes, that's good. Everyone, then I'll be able to say my friend Guy's on the spectrum as well.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say, and then he ran into his girlfriend hooking on the street in Times Square.
Oh, no.
That would have been like...
No, that would have been way weirder.
Yeah, that would have been weirder.
I don't think... Yeah,
that would have been...
So we walked all the way down.
Coincidental, it would have
First
been.
we went to the projects where she lived, but she wasn't there. Then we went to the Limelight, and while we were walking to the Limelight, his girlfriend drove by in a cab, and she was like, Eli! And she pulled over, and he was like, oh, okay, I'm going to see you later. And he just got in the cab with her and left. And I was like, oh.
See, that kind of thing would happen. You would run into somebody on the street.
Yes. It's funny the people I still run into occasionally.
Well, that's why the city is great still, is that you run into people on the street. You don't run into people on the street in L.A. That doesn't happen.
Well, yeah, it's because there's nobody. Yeah. But you might be like, I think that's someone's car.
Yeah. Oh, hey. And then they're...
I was just out there in February, and whenever I'm there, I walk.
Yeah, same with me.
Because I'm just sort of like, I want to see what this neighborhood's all about. And it's a very lonely experience. Mm-hmm. And the
only other person walking is holding a rake.
That is often true. Yes, they're disturbed.
Right.
Yeah,
they've had their license taken away from them.
They're just like, fuck, I can't believe I'm walking using my feet like an animal. But Yeah, it's not good. It's funny how many times I run into people I know on the train. Like the guy who was my first guest on this talk show, Tony Carnivale, who lives a block away. He complains because his feelings that in the subway one should maintain this internal like zone where no one penetrates it, and I'm always like, "Hey, Tony!" He finds it very disturbing, and I actually ran into him on the train.
That's an interesting belief to hold. Also, one easily messed with.
Yes,
like that seems like it's gonna fuck your day up a lot.
It triggers a special kind of delight.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Especially in a person like me.
I think I would probably do the same.
Yeah,
am I poking into the bubble? Is that a bubble?
That's what I said bothers me. I
specifically articulated that this bothers me.
Whenever I used to run into our friend Ted on the train, and he's always in a book bubble. And I always be like, "Hey, Misty, what you doing there? You reading a book?" So he's like, "Oh, God damn it." Because there's nothing like being visited by someone from the 20s.
Exactly.
Hey, you coming from Green Park?
I just bought a mattress and the guy nickel and dimed me.
The what?
What?
What did you say?
I just bought a mattress off the street.
Oh, and the guy...
Nickel and dimed
Oh, he nickel and dimed you.
Yeah.
Like you did to the fidget spinner.
Yeah, exactly. $5? Are you kidding me? I'll pay you $4 for that, nothing more.
It ain't worth 2 bits. But I'll take it for 4.
Yeah.
Oh man. So what's on your plate in your artistic world? Guy like fancies himself an artist.
Yeah.
Some people.
It's a pretension of mine.
Sure.
Hi.
I think that's part of being an artist.
Yes. Yes. Oh, me? I'm an artist. I'm an artist.
I see. Is this what you do in the morning?
In
the mirror.
I am an artist.
You are an artist. You are special.
Is this a friend of yours?
This is a guy who's on the board of the building.
Oh man, is he a good person on the board?
I think
he's drunk.
Hey, what's up, Simeon?
Definitely drunk.
No, yeah, he's not drunk.
Yeah, did you see the way he said that? He's like, he could hardly pronounce his words.
I think he's just so angry at that cab driver that he doesn't know what to do. But back to you.
Yeah, yeah.
So what's next in your art world?
Well, I'm working on a project where I am going to schools in Harlem and the South Bronx.
And you're painting them.
And I'm
the interiors at night.
Exactly. And boy, are they surprised in the morning.
Like, oh, yeah, especially, you're like, I bet you didn't know how much you needed this giant sex painting on the wall.
Yeah. Is that cool?
It's happening here in the hallways anyway, you dirty public schools.
Exactly. Yeah, and we're turning the Mozart opera Così fan tutte into a series of sitcoms, and they're writing the sitcoms based on this
that's right. I do remember
Mozart
hearing
opera.
That it's a very complicated project.
It's been very complicated. I'm learning as I go.
Sure.
But it's been exciting. I'm going to places I haven't gone before. So that's
in New York.
Yeah, like the South Bronx.
The South Bronx.
Like now I know how to get
the South Bronx.
Yeah,
the South Bronx.
Exactly.
And how do the kids take to it?
They think they like it. They're really it's been good, because a lot of this opera is people insulting each other. So so they've been writing, like, we've been writing insults and stuff, and they're hilarious.
So it's like operatic the dozens.
In a sense, yes, yeah.
Fantastic. So
we're just lining up the insults.
Nice.
Yeah. And
where will this be viewable?
I don't know. We haven't shot them yet. But, but that's going to be in the next month, you know, and hopefully, like, then maybe we'll do it again next year, but it'll be more like cohesive. But it's been fun. And I'm starting a series of very large paintings.
Larger than normal paintings.
Yeah, because I've been doing these small paintings for the last year.
Right, you've been doing the Mountain of Skulls.
Mountain of Skulls. And I I'm at 350.
350 skulls.
Stop at 400.
For those who don't know, these skulls each have a signifier underneath them of an identifying feature of the person whose skull it was.
Right.
And they're usually of a humorous variety.
Exactly. And
what was your favorite subtitle for a skull?
Well, one I've always liked, just because I like the piece, is Drawn to Humiliation.
Oh, this is a good one.
Yeah. And just it's one of the.
Can I say that one of my favorite paintings of yours, from this is an old painting, is the one of the guy with, it's like weirdly long hair, and he's talking to a woman at a bar, and he has the swastika on his arm.
Yes.
He says, it's exciting to
feel so strongly about something.
Yes, it's exciting to feel so strongly about something. It's a very funny thing, and I was like, oh, that's a great painting, but it had been sold already.
Yeah.
So, I always thought that was a very funny painting.
That reminds. I came across an image of that recently, and was like, I should redo that one.
At some point, a long time ago, I found thumbnails of a lot of your paintings, and I saved a bunch of them because I thought they were really funny. Back from that era.
Roebling Hall days.
Yes. Yes. Oh, indeed. Well, that's cool.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. It's very large, and it makes me have to rethink everything about how I've been, because it's been really fun to do these things because I could get them done in a day.
Sure.
And this is taking a long time. In my world, for most painters, this would be they'd be used to it. But for me, I'm like, I want something to show.
Right, something bigger.
Yeah. I want something just like it just takes a long time.
Right.
It takes a day to paint a background, and I'm not used to that kind of.
Are you familiar with Bob Ross? He can paint a background like nobody's
right
business.
in front of you.
Yeah.
But you're forgetting there was. Well, yeah, you're right. But those were small paintings.
Right, but if you just get a bigger spatula, you can paint a much bigger painting.
Friendly trees with a lot of friends.
It is amazing. That guy's career. He had quite a career.
Yeah, and then he died. Horribly.
Was it horrible? Yeah. How did he die horribly?
Apparently a neighbor locked them in his cellar.
Oh, who, Bob Ross?
Yeah. He enticed Bob Ross into coming over to his house, locked him in his cellar.
I'm going to have to look that up because I don't know if that's true.
You can Google it.
And then that's how he died? He starved to death in this guy's basement?
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
That seems that's hard to
believe. I don't think he starved to death. I think he was slowly drugged to death.
How strange.
Yeah. It was like
Was there plus sex stuff?
Yeah.
I've never heard this story.
He wanted him to paint his playroom. And thought that was the only way you could get his attention because he was so important at that point.
I wonder, did Bob Ross die in this guy's basement?
I'm only smiling because just the thought of Bob Ross dying is pleasing. But yes, that's how he died.
That's an
alone in a cellar.
You think someone kept his beautiful?
Well, he wasn't alone
because beautiful mane.
Probably as a crown of achievement.
That's how. Well, he probably wanted to use it as sort of a totem to give him the power to paint as well.
Yeah. Imagine those last hours, those final hours.
Who, Bob Ross's final hours?
Yeah.
Not so many happy clouds down there in the basement.
Although those if he needed friends, he could just paint them.
With what? Was he being forced to paint down there?
Excrement.
Oh, there you go.
Dirt, whatever he could find. His own blood.
You know what?
At a certain point,
that's just
humans used to make them art.
I think that's really the mark of a true artist.
Innovation.
Do what you have. Make do.
Make do
with what you have.
Whether it is
your own entrails or whatnot.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Good
then
stuff.
hats off to him. Scalps off. Maybe
Scalps off.
If the
furry tops.
I mean, if you're not keeping a trophy of your kills, then what's the point? Because to consume the flesh, to become the flesh, to absorb the souls, that's the goal.
It's not that bad how he died.
Okay, good.
I mean, the actual death was horrible, but the guy didn't actually torture him. He just locked him in there and went on vacation.
Oh, well.
And he was like, finish the kids' playroom. We'll be gone for 2 weeks, but apparently I think they locked him.
Is that true?
No, everyone knows this story about Bob Ross.
Well,
everyone knows that.
I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
I watch his videos on
It was just peculiar that his personal assistant didn't follow up.
Do you know Twitch.tv?
No.
It's a website where it started as a place where gamers stream their games and people play video games. The downfall of society. But now they have a creative channel and they show all the Bob Ross episodes.
Do?
Yeah, it's like basically a constant marathon, or it has been a constant marathon. It's there available. They also do Julia Childs.
Oh, really?
They have like a cooking thing, and if you want to do, like, you can stream your art, whether it be playing the piano, painting.
Why am I not doing that?
You could totally do it if you had and people watch, and then if you have enough people watching you paint and you chat while you paint and talk about it, whatever, you get ad money.
And this is online?
The internet. That's right. It's available at twitch.tv, and I get no money from telling you that story.
And is this on that?
No, I'm doing this on Facebook Live for the time being.
Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook has its own
not
live thing.
Not Snapchat?
Not Instagram, not Snapchat. Snapchat I don't understand.
I don't understand Snapchat either.
No,
Thank you. I can't figure it out. Not that I haven't spent that much time on it, but
Ace uses it, and all it seems to be is a way to make you constantly stay in contact with your friends, so you keep your streaks going, which is like a nonsensical
point system.
It's just sort of like an indicator of what good friends you are, that you've had this constant communication. The longer you do it, you get these streaks. And if like, let's say Ace loses his phone because he's being a dick. He loses his phone and he'll be like, can I please just get on my phone to do my streaks? And we'll be like, no. And he'll like, it'll like send him to the next level of like insanity.
Have you heard of Musical.ly?
No.
Because that Ames wants to get on Musical.ly, and we're like, no, you don't get to do social media.
What is that?
These kids, they do little videos and stuff on it.
Oh. Like singing assholes, or like
yeah, exactly. Well, it could. I mean, we're like, no social media. No social media.
Wait, so how old is Ames? He's
10.
10. Okay, that's what I thought it was.
He's gonna be 11.
Yeah, I don't know how much tweeting a 10-year-old needs to do.
Well, they're already, texting each other like LOL, cling, cling, cling. It's like cling, 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 cling.
Yes.
And it's nothing. You see what they don't have anything to fucking say to each other.
If you see the eggplant, you know what that means, right?
Oh, yes.
Eggplant and a peach, it's bad news.
Yes.
Your 10-year-old's about to get a booty call.
Yes. And, we gotta shut that down.
Yeah, Ace's phone this weekend, it was just like his two friends calling constantly and then texting. And we were just like, and he was asleep. We were like, what the fuck is going on? Who are these people calling at 8 a.m.?
Right.
But these are kids that, they go to the same school as Ace, and they live out in like Coney Island. So they're like, come on to Coney Island. And it's like, forget that shit.
And he's how old
You're not getting
now?
out of that cage. 13.
13. So he can go wherever he wants.
He can. He's
how are
only.
You gonna control him? You can't control him.
There's a new drug. No. It's very easy to get a prescription. It used to be for horses. Now it puts them in a hypnotic state, very suggestible, and makes them docile. But if you do it for too long, it'll just kill them straight out.
Oh, right. But they get a mustache too before that happens.
Well, they also grow like animal breasts, like teats, like very
several,
swollen.
like a line.
Doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl.
6 on each side. Yeah.
But they don't produce milk. It's more like pus. But it's worth it.
Yeah. That's called littering.
He's not that comfortable on the trains yet.
Okay.
So, although he was talking about going into Manhattan on his own a couple weeks ago, and I was just
Ames has been going on to school on the train alone.
That's brave.
Yeah, and he goes to SAB up alone.
Dag nabbit.
Yeah.
I'll have to tell Ice that a 10-year-old is traveling by himself. Oh, he'll be humiliated and doing the right thing.
Exactly.
So that'll be good. Anyway, I think our time here is up here in the car.
Is it?
Yep, it's officially could have gotten out of the car 10 minutes ago, but we're
Really?
having so much fun. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It goes by. It goes by.
It really does. That was fun.
Chatting is fun.
Oh my God. Chatting. We should do it more often.
Indeed. But
We should chat in front of people.
yes, and it's worth doing. I think people would pay to see this. Why not?
I wouldn't, but
It's you're jaded.
I am.
All right, say goodbye to the lovely people who aren't there anymore.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye,
Thanks so much
everyone.
for coming.
Thanks for watching. This has been Alternate Side Talking with Lou Fernandez and Richards Smit. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye.